We're going to be doing a really great, simple project today. I'm Bet from Bet's Makes. We're going to make a St. Pat's tie t-shirt, and I'm going to make this on a youth t-shirt today. So there's only a few supplies you need for this particular one. And of course, you're going to need asset number 423 from our resource library, and that is at free.creativecraftersclub.com, or if you are a member, it is hub.creativecraftersclub.com. We're going to need two colors for our iron-on material, and this is for the tie. Now it's in two layers, so I used a green and a glitter green, but you can use whatever you want. I also have some heat transfer tape that you can use just to tape things down, and an easy press of any time will work. Today I'm just going to be using my Easy Press Mini, and then of course you need a t-shirt blank, and that's about it for supplies about what you're going to need. Now let's go and prepare our t-shirt. So you're going to have this in the template, and let's call St. Pat's Iron-On Tie. I'll just click here, St. Pat's Iron-On Tie. That is exactly what you're going to upload to Design Space. So I'm just going to click it here. I'm going to add it to my canvas, and it comes into two different layers, two different colors, and that is because I am going to cut two different types of material here. Now, here's the interesting part. I've experimented with this and found that I could put a glitter iron-on and a regular everyday iron-on on the same mat, but I have to set it to glitter iron-on, and it will cut both just the way you want it. So the easy way to do that is just grab these two together. And of course you want to make sure they're the same color. So we're just going to click on any green here, change them to the same color. Now they will go on the same mat. All right, you will want to save your tie. Well, actually, before we do anything else, you've got to find out what size you want your tie to be. Now this one is set to be about 10 or 11 inches. It depends on the shirt you're going to be using. If you're using a youth one, you probably want to shrink it down to about 6 or 7 inches. What you have to do is determine how long you want it to be on your particular shirt. Come over here. I'll just move this out of the way. I'm using a youth shirt, and I have my little center measure right around here. So I find that I don't have a huge amount of room here. Let me just move it up here. I don't have a huge amount of room where I could put the tie. Now I don't want the tie at the very bottom, but I do need to know where my center is going to be. So I'm just going to move this up to the center, bring it to here. And I want my tie to come right from the middle. And I'm going to just measure it down. So probably 8 or 9 inches is going to be the maximum that I want to have on this particular shirt. I think 8 inches is going to be the ideal for what we're going to do. So let's just change this to an 8 inch. And just grab it here. Let's take our look at a height. Let's just make it 8 inches. And that's going to be perfect for what we're going to make. Now, next step, of course, we want to make it, and it is choosing the materials that's going to be a big important part here. Now, I'm using a glitter for this cut and a plain piece for this one. Now, I find the best thing to do, I'm just going to move this out of the way, is when you're going to use two different materials, I line these up around the 1 and 1 here, and then you can choose wherever you want this next one to go. And I'm going to suggest maybe a couple of inches over, say at 4 and 1. And the reason I do that is I'm not going to be wasting any material this way. I'm not going to lose the 1/4 inch off the side. by actually placing them inside here. Oh, let me just click it. You'll see that I'm at the 9-inch mark from the one, so I can just cut a piece that's going to be 2 inches wide all the way down to 8¼ inches and place it on. I will get less wastage. On this particular one, I can cut it 2 inches wide and 8 inches at the bottom here because that's where it lands. And I'm not going to waste any material. And to me, that's really important. So let's click on continue. Select my device. Now, it could be any device. It doesn't have to be a maker. I just happen to be using my maker for this particular one. As I mentioned before, I'm going to use 2 different types of material on one mat. And I'm going to use an everyday iron-on, and then I'm going to use a glitter iron-on. So glitter takes a little more emphasis to cut through, whereas everyday does not. So I'm going to explore my materials. I'm just going to type in glitter. And you'll see I have smart iron-on glitter. I have glitter vinyl. Let's see. Smart smooth glitter paper, glitter cardstock, glitter mesh, glitter iron-on. So I'm going to select the glitter iron-on unless you're using the smart pieces. I am not going to use that. I'm just going to use, because I have smaller scraps around and I want to use them up. Okay, I'm just going to click done on this one. Now, all you're going to do is load your mat and cut it. And it will cut the glitter perfectly. And even if it goes slightly through on the backing on the next one, I wouldn't worry about it, but it saves you having to load many, many, many mats. All right, let's go over and put ours together now that I have mine cut. Okay, we have our shirt all ready here. Now I use this little center guard so I know where the center is. And because I'm going to be coming right up to the top, I have to know where my center is. So what I'm going to do is just pull this down a little bit. And I'm just going to move my center guard up here so I have an idea where the center is. That looks perfect. Just move it up here. You can still see it. Yes. Okay, now I have my 2 ties cut out. As you can see, this is the glitter and this is the plain. The plain is going to go on first. Just pull this off. I've already weeded these to make it easier. I'm just going to pull this off. And of course I want my iron-on in the center, and I'm going to be as straight as possible, maybe just bring it down a little bit. But I am lining it up here. Now I'm going to put this one down first and then the glitter on second. And today I am using my mini press. I find it easier when I'm doing 2 different things. Now I'm just going to give it a slight tap with the mini press. What I really want to do is put a heat pad underneath to make it worthwhile. Now I happen to have this larger one all ready to go. So let me just hold on to this. We've got that into place. I can move that. I'm going to add my shirt here. And that looks great. Okay, you can see this in the center here. All right, let's just take our mini press, and I'm just going to hold it down a few seconds, work my way up just a few seconds. It's because I'm adding another layer on top. This is going to get extra heat when you go through that. I'm not too sure if that will stick, but we'll try it. Perfect. So that's our everyday iron-on. Now, the next piece I have in place here is my glitter. And let me just grab that glitter one. Sometimes harder to get out of this. Bend my mat to get it off. There we go. Let me get it started. It just doesn't want to release. There we go. I finally got it. Let's pull that off our mat. Now, the biggest thing here is you want to line this up. So this is on the outside edge. It's a little bit too tall. Let's bring it down just slightly. Now you can tape this down in place if you like. I think that fits just lovely. Now when you're doing iron-on with the glitter, you'll notice there's extra little pieces of glitter here. Well, they are not iron-on specific. It is the material inside. So you don't have to worry about it. I could put something over top, but I'm using my mini here and I've got the setting at 3. I'm just going to go ahead, hold it down for a few seconds here. Go. Set my iron aside, make sure I don't need it anymore. Just gonna check. No, it's not cool enough to pull off yet. Just give it another press. This is such a cute little project and it's so easy to do. I just have to let this cool, and this is going to be our cute little shirt. There we go. And that is our St. Patrick's Day tie shirt.